So good morning, student. So in the last class, actually, we have discussed about the parallel and perpendicular axis theorem. And before that, I have to say one thing that previous day I have started about the what is the moment of inertia and why it is necessary to calculate, right? Now, the next thing is in the previous day, I already give some formula based on the second moment of area or can say as a inertia. So here what we have find out, that is for polar moment of inertia. Okay, for polar moment of inertia, what we have find, which is denoted as J, and that is nothing but I of x plus I of y. Have you remember this thing? Means this is I have shown if a body is there and if this is a small elementary area, if this distance is d, and this is if we consider a and b, for example, along x-axis, along y-axis, then what we have find out? We have find out that j is nothing but the summation of two moment of area, right? Here I of x is nothing but integration of y squared dA, and I of y is nothing but of x square dA. This thing I have discussed in the last class, right? And this is the when polar moment of inertia, or we can say this one as a perpendicular axis theorem, right? And in parallel axis theorem, what we have found out? In parallel axis theorem, we have found out that if we have find out any body passes through the centroid, the axis, and with respect to this capital X and Y axis, if we find out this is nothing but the I of gx, if gx is considered as a axis which passes through the centroid of that body, plus that distance which is denoted here as a, if we consider this one as a, this is b, then a b square, and similarly I of y is I of g of y plus sorry, one thing I've wrongly written, this should be the area actually, area into this distance, no? And I of y means this distance, area into this distance. Okay, so this is we have taught in the previous class, right? Remember na this thing up to this? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Okay, now what we have to do today, we have start some numerical problem on finding out the moment of inertia of any body. Okay, so in finding the moment of inertia of any body, we have to use this formula only. And in this formula, you can see that suppose you in the question it is given like that, a sectional area, okay, a sectional area which is a rectangle, uh, by viewing, then if there the question is like that, you have to find out the second moment of inertia. Okay, write it, find out the second moment of inertia with respect to its centroid. Okay, so how you can find out this thing? Centroidal axis where? This one is the centroid, means you can see na, in this rectangular area, this should be the center, geometric center, right or wrong? Hello.
Yes, sir.
So if this is the geometric center, this is the axis through which the means centroid. If we say this is the centroid, means remember centroid means any axis if passes through the centroid, we can say that is a centroidal axis. So this is nothing but your centroidal axis. Okay. Now if you want, if in the question it is written like that, you have to find out the moment of inertia with respect to centroidal axis. How you can write it? I of x with respect to centroidal, means I have given a show you I of gx or xg same. So you have to find out this one. So how you can find out this one? See, to find out this thing, we have to similar concept apply for finding which which we have applied previously for finding out the centroid. So what we have to do? Take a small elementary stripe in this area. Okay, so let's draw this one. Oof, admit. See, this is your, sorry for my bad drawing here. See, this is a rectangle, huh? Rectangle. So if this is your centroidal point, okay, take a small elementary area, this one, okay. Here, this height is denoted as a dy, okay, at a distance from which this distance we have to calculate this distance, huh? All are perpendicular, these all are 90 degree, huh? No, in my drawing it is little bit angle, but this it is not actually an angle, huh? And this one is take as a y, and this is your centroid, so we can identify this as a g. And if this rectangle have a width of b, have a width of b, and have a height of d, it, and if it is the centroid, it means each portion is nothing but the d by 2 and d by 2. Okay, so now what we have to do, we all know second moment of area or inertia is nothing but I of xg integration of y square dA, right? Now the question is, for finding out the I means moment of inertia, we have to put some specific value here, right? So how we can put the value? Remember, in calculation, always take this CG point as a coordinate. Okay, means in graph na, you know, 0 0 is the coordinate. Take this one as a coordinate. Okay, so below that is negative, upward that is positive, left that one is negative, and here it is also negative negative, right? Negative positive, positive positive, and this one is along x, negative positive. Is it right or wrong? X y x y x y x y, x is positive, so this should be, this is not written positive, this is negative. So what you have to do, put this value here. This is d by 2 in magnitude, and this is below the axis xx, so this should be the negative, so this is minus d by 2, and here it is plus d by 2, right? And this area y is nothing but this area I am talking about. Okay, so what we how we can identify this one? We have to identify this one by y square. Okay, means see here y square is this one, this one. Okay, and da is nothing but b into dy. Clear? So in integration, what it will come? D by 2 plus d by 2. Instead of y square, here also it is y, it is written. So write it is y square. And instead of dA, it is b into dy. So write here b into dy. So what you will get? You will get b, and y square is y cube by 3, and y cube by 3, where you have to put minus d by 2 plus d by 2 y value, right? So what you will get? Calculate this one. B d cube by 3 into 4 is 12. Understand this one? Any question here? Is it clear? Please reply.
Once again,
Yes,
tell.
sir.
Once again, which one? Please say where is your confusion.
Yes,
Please
sir. Yes,
tell
sir.
it. Clear, right? Everything?
Last integration part.
Integration here. See, in this axis which is upward is plus, downward is negative, right? So in y axis case, so here I already told you, take this one as a your coordinate, means this one, this is your coordinate. Similarly, take this one your coordinate. So negative side means below side it is negative, so that's why this is nothing but your minus d by 2, and this is nothing but your positive d by 2, this upper half portion. So it means you have to calculate the moment of inertia for this whole body, right? It means from minus d by 2 to plus d by 2. So that's why I have written minus d by 2, here written plus d by 2. And formula you are already discussed with you, that is y square dA. And y is what? Y is the distance of that elementary stripe area from your axis, from where you have to find out the moment of inertia. So here it is centroidal axis. So that's why this distance is a nothing but y. So that's why we have simply write here y, and dA we have to put here instead of dA. B is the width, and the height of the small elementary stripe is dy. So this is b into dy. Okay, so that's why it is y square into b into dy. And if you integrate this one, you will get y cube by 3 minus d by 2 plus d by 2. Put this value in y. In this y place, you have to replace this y by d by 2. So you will get bd cube by 12. This is the formula. When the in the question it is written, find out the moment of inertia of any rectangular cross section with respect to the centroidal axis. Now the question is, if in the question it is written, for example, this is your question, right? So if it is written, b, find ix with respect to an axis parallel to the, or we can say about a section. For example, this one, consider this one. Okay, so with respect to this axis na, if in question it is written, you have to find. Okay, okay, so we have to find, suppose in question it is asked like that, we have to find out the moment of inertia with respect to any axis which is not the centroidal axis. And suppose in question it is also defined, also identified, that we have to find out the moment sorry, the second moment of inertia with respect to the x-axis, means this one. Na? So what we have to do, we simply apply the perpendicular axis theorem. See, this is your cross section. You have to find out the moment of inertia with respect to this axis. Previously you have find out with respect to centroidal axis, right? This one. Now you have to find with respect to this axis. Okay, so how you can calculate this one? I of x is equal to, or you can say I of capital X, both you can write, no issue. I of small xg plus a into y square, right? So instead of y, what you can write? Instead of y, here I have used for you this b square, right? And instead of uh, distance between the two axes, I have used a. Okay, for your easy convenience. So again I have used the same nomenclature here. Okay, so it means this distance is b, this distance is a, hmm? For your case. Now here you have to simply put the b d cube by 12, and as per question, this as per in this question, as per question here, this one, as per this question, this we have shown this one as your d and this one as your b, na? Along x-axis is b, along y-axis it is d. So what you have to do, simply put area is nothing but b into d, na, area, and the distance between two axes here, it is nothing but your this distance, means this is your small x small y, this is your capital X capital Y, this distance. So this distance for this present problem is d by 2, na, means this is the formula I have given, that is I of x is equal to I of xg plus ab square, but in this problem that b we have denoted as d by 2, na? For this present case, this b means in formula b, this one I am talking about. So this d by 2, so that's why I have write here d by 2 whole square. Anyone have any confusion in identifying this problem? You can ask. Hello, everything is okay, right? Then 9, 8, 6, 5. Hello, please reply, student. Hello, is my voice
Sir, how d by 2,
which one? Which one? Please
d
reply.
by 2 whole square? How d
Okay.
by 2 whole square?
Okay. As per the question, if you see the question minutely, here I have shown that this is the rectangle which have width is b. Here it is written, na? Width is b and height is d. See, height is d, right? So half of that is what? Half of that is d by 2. So that's why I have write the d by 2, the d by 2. Okay. Because when in the question it is said like that, you have to find the I of xx with respect to any age. Any age means this one, this one age, this is one age, so this distance between axis and age is how much? This is d by 2, right? This is d by 2.
Yes, sir.
So that's so that's why we have to And you know that in the parallel axis theorem, we have to apply this formula, na? In this formula, I have written it is B, na? So that's why I have shown to you that B is nothing but for the present problem is D by 2. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Clear, everyone? Hello. Please reply,
Yes,
everyone.
sir.
Is it clear? Okay. Next is, suppose in the similar manner you have to find out, suppose in question in the similar manner you have to ask, find out with respect to this age also. This age means along y axis. So I think you all able to find out. In the similar manner, what you have to do, you have to simply apply I of yg, which is integration of x squared dA, and for the present case it is minus b by 2 to plus b by 2. So it will, if you will get, that is d b cube by 12, and with respect to age means I of y, which is I of yg, plus area into, for the present case it is b by 2 whole square. Why b by 2? Because this is your axis, centroidal axis, and with respect to, as per question they ask with respect to this age. So this age means that that distance is nothing but, sorry, nothing but b by 2, right? This is also b by 2 because I already give it, in the question I have already given that this is b and this is d. So you will finally find that your answer is, please send the screenshot, okay, attendance screenshot, student. So it will nothing but the db cube by 12 plus bd b cube, sorry, b square by 4, which is nothing but the d b cube by 3. Clear? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now come to another problem, which is, this is the case of any solid section, right? This is a rectangle which is solid, right? For that you have find this is a solid actually. Now think, if it is hollow, then how you can find out? Please send the screenshot of today's attendance, student. Suppose another condition, a rectangle which is hollow inside, this is the centroidal axis. Okay. So for this case, can anybody tell me how we can solve this type of problem? Can anybody tell me? Hello. Can anybody tell me how we can solve this type of problem? Okay, I said it. See, this is your hollow section, na? And this is the solid section actually. So, if this is your solid section, then to solve this type of problem, first find out this, means divide this one in a two different part. This is your solid, then minus this is also solid. So if you from this solid section subtract this section, automatically you will get this one, na? So what you will get? You will get you have to find out, suppose I of xg. So simply first find out for this section, if it is 1, if it is 2, then I of xg for section 1, then I of xg for section 2. I think you can very easily solve this type of problem. See, I first give the number here, huh? Consider this one as a b, this one consider small one b1, consider this one d, and consider this small one d1. Okay, so what you will find, you will get, we already know the formula, that is bd cube by 12 minus what, b1 d1 cube by 12, right? This is 1. So here we get how much? We cannot subtract, so okay, it is your case for I of xg if the axis passes through the centroidal axis. Next one is I of moment of inertia with respect to y. So it is nothing but yg of section for section 1 minus I of yg for section 2. So we get db cube by 12 minus d1 b1 cube by 12. Okay, and now if they said that find out the what we can say with respect to the any age. Okay, so if they said like that, means like the previous one here also. So what you, how you can solve this type of problem, you have to simply put, see, I of capital X, you know, I of small xg plus a into b square. So instead of this, you have to put bd cube by 12 minus b1 d1 cube by 12. And instead of this, you have to put how much? You have to put, this is d into b mm, in a, okay, we also do this in a different part, so I think it is easy little bit. B into d, then d by 2 whole square, and I of, we can consider this one as a 1, huh? For this body, this is your 1, right? This is your 2, so consider it as a 1. And so I think in that case it is not there. In that case, if it is 1, if I consider, so bd into d by 2 whole square, so you will get bd cube by 3, and I2 x2, you will get b1 d1 cube by how much? Can anybody tell me how much it is? I of x2, hello, it is simple, it is very simple. See, similarly I have to put I of xg, this is if you consider 1, this is considered as a 2, and area of that small body, and also b square, if we say, it means how much it is, it means b1 d1 cube by 12 plus b1 d1 into distance is here d1 by 2 whole square, means this portion, this portion, na? d1 by 2, d by 2. Anyone have confusion here? Hello,
No, sir.
okay, Now, in the similar manner, you can easily find out the I of y, which is we can easily say I of x1 minus I of sorry x I of y1 minus I of y2, which is nothing but the how much it is, it should be, means here it is x2, so I of x is I of x1 minus I of x2, so it will be hmm, b dq by 3 minus b1 d1 cube by 12 minus b1 d1, this distance is ab square, sorry this distance you have to find out na, so this distance is d1 square, because this b indicates the distance from this one and this one, so this distance is d by 2 na, so b1 d1 d square by 4. Okay. And similarly for finding out y also, you have to do d b cube by 3 minus d1 b1 cube by 12 minus d1 b1 b square by 4. I think it is clear to all of you, right? Hello, is it clear? Hello, please reply at least. Anyone have any confusion, you please ask me now. No question. Okay, now come to another problem. I think in the mid same I have given that find out the centroid of a composite section na, this one I have given to all of you, I guess na, t section. So now if they ask like find the moment of inertia about the centroidal axis, okay, about see about the centroidal axis and parallel to the x and y axis, okay. So if the question is like that, how you can solve this thing? Simply you have to do what? Simply find in the question you have to write, we all know this is a nothing but a some composite section, so which means this one plus this one, right? And the distance, see, you all know how to find out. Consider this one as a section 1 and this is section 2, for example, okay. So what you have to do, I of first find out the moment of inertia with respect to centroidal axis. So to find out the centroid, what we have to do, simply find out, for example, yc is a1 y1 plus a2 y2 by a1 plus a2, and xc is a1 x1 plus a2 x2 by a1 plus a2, right? This is called the first moment of area. Now we have to do again moment. So how we are able to solve? See, I of x g for section, if we say 1, it is nothing but the bd cube by 12. And suppose in question they are given some data. For example, we can say uh, what happened. For example, this one is 150 and this one is 50, this one is 100, sorry, 100. Then how you are able to solve this? Simply put bd cube by 12 here. B is nothing but your for section 1, section 1, section 1, okay, means this one here. B is 50 and D is 100, na? This is 100 and here this one is 150, this one is 50. Okay, so it is 50 into 100 cube by 12. And similarly, I of xg for 2, which is also written as a bd cube by 12, is nothing but 150 into 50 cube by 12. Anyone have any question up to this? Hello, please reply. Hello, students, are you there? Hello, hello, student.
Sir,
Reply. Any confusion up to this? Hmm.
no, sir.
Okay. So the moment of inertia with respect to the T section, if we can say T section centroidal axis. Hmm. T section centroidal axis. So what it should be? It should be, see, this is your diagram. If you consider centroidal axis of this section, I think it is, this is the, if we consider centroid for section 1, centroid for section 2, then your centroidal axis is little bit here in between, because this side is a more mass, na? And this is axis symmetric along y axis. This is your x axis. So this distance you have to find out, this distance you have to find out. Okay, so I of x for 1, we can say it is I of xg, which is xg1, which is in our problem is 50 into 100 cube by 12 plus area of that one into distance between these two section. Okay, we can say this one as a y1 minus yc whole square, ab square. So b is nothing but the distance between the two axes, so we have to simply do this thing. Okay, 50 into 100 into this one. So y1 is how much? This y1 is nothing but your, this is 50 and this one is 100 total, so this is also 50. So we can say this height is nothing but the 100. and simply you have to find out the yc. Yc is nothing but, you all know, a1 y1 plus a2 y2 by a1 plus a2, na? So you will get I of x1. If we put here y1 data, y1 is 100 minus yc data, which is you can get from here. So you will get the I of x1. And similarly, if we put, if you want to put I of x2, that is I of xg2 minus a2 y2 minus yc square, which is nothing but your 150 cube into, how much it is, I forgot that, 150, how much it was, 150 into 50 cube, okay, 1 in 50 into 50 cube by 12 sorry, not minus, this is plus, into
अब
50 into
तीर में की
100
प्रेफरेंस हटेगी रा
to
बाप रे
100 minus y square. Same thing you have to do for this. Now, so finally I of x is your, for the present case, I of x1 plus I of x2. Okay,
अच्छा
what
फ्रेंड्स
data you will get? This is your final moment of inertia with respect to this, uh, for this present composite section. Okay, so student, I end my lecture here. Hmm. So till now, if anyone have confusion, you can ask.
ये कत सामने को नहीं है
Are you speaking something? Please reply. I could not understand. I could not follow actually. Okay, so I end my lecture here for today.